How's it going, guys? This is going to be part 3 to my CD collection. So yeah, let's just get started. First one is the debut album by Amorphous. This is the Karelian Isthmus. Yep, really good old school death metal. Little doom influence and a lot of melody in this one. So yeah, check this one out if you like Amorphous at all. It's a really good debut by them. Next up, we've got the classic Tales from the Thousand Lakes by Amorphous. Probably one of their most popular albums, and this is also the album that got me into them. And still my favorite album by Amorphous, and one of my favorite artworks too is freaking killer. So yeah, I love this album. Definitely check this one out if you haven't heard it. Classic old school death metal. Next up, we've got the self-titled Angel Witch, their debut album. Just really good new wave of British heavy metal, and probably one of my favorite new wave of British heavy metal albums. Yeah, really good stuff. I want to get more stuff by Angel Witch. I know they have a couple more albums, and this is the only one I own, so definitely got to get around to checking some more of their stuff out. Alright, next up we've got the debut by Annihilator. This is Alice in Hell. One of my all-time favorite thrash metal albums. Just really killer guitar work and riffing. If you like any types of thrash or speed metal, definitely need to listen to this if you've never heard it. Yeah, really good stuff. Next up, got Annihilator's second album. This is Never Neverland. Another really good album. Not as good as Alice in Hell, but still good nevertheless. Also a different vocalist on this album as well. Annihilator's had a lot of different vocalists though, including Jeff Waters, the guitar player. He's done vocals on, I think, like a lot of their recent albums. But their early stuff is really the only stuff I really like by them. There's some like songs on albums after this one here and there that I like. Alright, next up we've got the debut by Anthrax, Fistful of Metal. Classic here. Neil Turbin on vocals. He's definitely not as good as Joey Belladonna, but fits this album if you ask me. Still a really killer album. Alright, next up, we got Anthrax with Armed and Dangerous. This is the EP that came out right before Spreading the Disease. And I think it's more of like an introduction to having Joey Belladonna in the band, because it's got a couple songs off of Fistful of Metal, recorded with Joey Belladonna, and then yeah, some like bonus tracks and the song Armed and Dangerous, which would also be on Spreading the Disease. Alright, so next is Anthrax's second full length and their first to feature Joey Belladonna. Probably my favorite Anthrax album. Yep, Spreading the Disease. Really good album. Next up, Among the Living. Just another classic thrash album by Anthrax. This one comes in a close second to Spreading the Disease for me. It's pretty much up there with it. Yep, just a killer album. Alright, next up, we've got State of Euphoria by Anthrax. Still a good album. Definitely good stuff. And then I've got Persistence of Time. Really good album too. Alright. Next up I've got a Danish thrash band called Artillery. This is Terror Squad. This is their second album. Yeah, Artillery is a really good band. They're really technical for their time, being thrash metal, and I think the vocals are something that you don't hear very often in thrash. So this is Artillery's third full-length album, By Inheritance. Definitely my favorite by Artillery. This is just like a really good melodic thrash metal album. Still plenty aggressive though. If you haven't heard this and you like thrash metal, then you need to check it out. Check out really anything off of this. Check out Bomb Food, that's a good one. The self-titled, or the album title, By Inheritance, Comaniac. Yeah, really good thrash metal. Alright, and then last for this video is going to be Assassin with Interstellar Experience. This is their second album. They were a German thrash band in the late 80s. So if you like stuff like old school Creator and all that, then definitely check these guys out. I think these guys are pretty technical too. The only thing that kind of turns me off about them is the vocals. They're not as good, but still good thrash metal. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. I appreciate you watching, and should have another one posted soon.